Live from New York City, StarCraft. Yeah, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a TVP, a TvZ for you yet again, following along with the masked man, the one and the only. It is RuineD here, spawning in the top side of Cloud Kingdom. His opponent in this game is another Zerg player, the Red Zerg Pawn. And of course we've been checking out RuineD's style just a little bit here. He has shown us quite a couple different approaches to his mech play. Obviously he has the CC first. And he's shown us basically how to do that and how to go against a quick third, how to play against a super even faster third at around 5 minutes. Both of those pretty much same style of play. And then of course he showed us holding the bust, the Baneling bust, with the Banshee, Hellions, and some SCVs after going CC first. So will we see CC first again? I'm not certain. Have to wait and see what RuineD's going to do this time. He is sending the SCV back to mine more, not scouting, as he has done in past games. So maybe it's a little bit different this time around. Looks like a 15 hatch though from Pawn here. Yep, it looks like he's going to go for that. And what do we see? RuineD, meanwhile, still not doing too much. Just mining those minerals. Maybe he's going to send out an ACV now for that 14 or that 15 CC. Here he goes. He might actually be able to get it out just a little bit faster by not scouting. So he did skip the scout, and now he's going to be able to throw the CC down on 14. Actually cutting an SCV there for a second. And just a little bit faster than if you go for the standard 15 CC that we've seen from him. Interesting decision. Not sure if he knows the player Pawn, if he's familiar with his style, and that's why he does it or not. I know in a past game against TT's Pig, we did see RuineD obviously go for Siege Tank rather than Cloaked Banshees, and it looked like he was just he was aware of the Roach style of play that Pig was using in that game. They had played before, so could be something RuineD knows here that we don't. Or maybe he just felt like being really greedy this time and didn't think he needed to scout. He is sending out an SCV now. He's going to see the pool going down with the gas as well. So obviously a chance for a bust here with that gas play. And meanwhile, he has not thrown down a refinery yet. So maybe I guess he's going to wait to see what he scouts here with the SCV and then make the decision to go for a fast third CC or to go for double gas. He will have enough here in a second. Oh no, there you go. He's actually throwing him down. He saw the expansion. Now he's getting into the main. So he threw the refineries down actually as soon as he saw the expo. Interesting. So I guess if you don't scout, you can wait to throw the gas down and then go double gas instead of single gas. Because normally RuineD would do a, what is that called? The reactor Hellion opening. Off of this, he would have gone racks and gas at about the same time and then thrown a factory down. Instead, he holds off on the gas because he didn't scout, which allowed him to get the CC out faster, and then he throws a double gas down, which speeds up the gas intake and allows you to get that factory going faster than if you just grabbed one. So, interesting little variation from RuineD there. If you don't feel like scouting early on, don't scout. Scout after you've got your CC down and your racks building. Send an SCV over, and then, you know, if you see an expansion, throw down 2 gas. Pretty simple. Then he went into the main, and he scouted gas in here. But what he did not do this game is RuineD did not put an SCV here at the third, so he's not going to know that it's a quick third. He is playing very defensive. He's got a bunker here and 2 barracks on the low ground, completing a nice wall. The factory has gone down in the main, and what do we have? Double factory. So this game he wants to go for a 2-factory play. He's definitely shown us different variations. You know, you can go with a reactor Hellion into a Cloaked Banshee, and get that Banshee out for map control, and then go into a 3-base mech play off of that. Or, as he's doing here, you can go for the double factory instead of 1 factory, 1 starport. And it'll be interesting to see what he does. He, the last time I saw him do 2 factory, he did go for siege mode right away. Have to see if that's what he does here, or if he mixes it up a little bit. Speed is just about to finish for Pawn, who's his 3rd base is also just about to finish. And it looks like this SCV is going to get in there to scout that. Actually running around the lings, doing a great job of avoiding those Zerglings, and be able to get the scout. And we'll see what RuineD's reaction is. Here comes that Tech Lab, likely see siege mode, Yep, and then this is going to eventually turn into a reaction factory, would be my guess, with Hellions. Third refinery finishing here at the natural. And not sure what Ruin's style here will be. Oh, here comes the third CC, of course. He sees the third base, grabs his own third. He's done that in pretty much every game. Double Evo chamber here from Pawn, and an interesting wall-off, or lack thereof, putting the evolution chambers like this instead of walling this way. Interesting choice, but I don't know why. I guess we'll have to see how that comes into play later. We do have a starport down. And it looks like the barracks now going to lift off, go to the high ground, get a depot wall here. So what will we see? Will we see Banshees after all, or is this just going to be, oh, hold on. Woo. Oh, I hope you guys covered your ears, man. I just sneezed. Oh, man. I'm still recovering from that. It was so powerful. Whew. Alright, double factory. Okay, so what Ruin tends to do is he'll get the third CC and then go into double armory. Oh, when I say double armory, it's only one. So in this game, looks like he wants to push out earlier. He's not playing for the late game. He's not going for double upgrades. He's got the Viking out. He's going to use that to chase away Overlords. But he's only sitting on 2 factories, so let's see what kind of push he does. He does have 2 Hellions here, causing a little bit of damage. But overall, not doing a whole lot. And checking the unit loss tab, the RuineD is definitely behind in that right now. He's going to get a Zergling here to catch up. Actually go into the lead, just barely, but it's definitely not the cleanest game I've seen from Ruins. That third CC now going into an orbital, but he's only going to be able to get vehicle attacks right now. And he does have, there you go, Blue Flame coming out. I was going to say he does have the gas for, you know, a second armory and +1 armor. If you wanted to cut the Blue Flame or maybe the Viking or one of these siege tanks for just a little bit to get that upgrade going. So, okay, 2 more factors coming down. We'll see what he does here. But my guess is Ruin's just going to go ahead and take his third, just a little bit later than he could have, though. And making great use of these barracks with a nice wall off. Meanwhile, if we check Pawn here, he's got a macro hatch going down. It looks like he's going to use roaches. +1 carapace and missile attacks about to finish. He's also got some spores out in case of a Banshee, but it does not look like we're going to see any of that. Infestation pit on the way, so he's getting towards his infestors and his hive tech, using roach defense to get there. And there, I was just going to say, he's probably going to get that 4th hatchery going down soon. And it actually is going down right now. Use those roaches for defense until he can get some Infestor Broodlord going. Let's actually check his vision. This Overlord, oh, his days are numbered. Actually does not know about the heavy factory style that is in use right now. But when you see Hellions like this out and this many siege tanks and nothing else, you get a good sense that you're up against mech. Of course, it is all that Ruin plays, so Pawn just couldn't know that from past games between the two of them. I shouldn't say it's all he plays, but it's most of what he plays. It's his main style. And now we do have Hive and Spire coming down, timed up perfectly to get that Greater Spire going right as Hive finishes. Pathogen glands on the way, level 2 upgrades and Roach speed coming. And the interesting timing is we're gonna have to see if Ruin can hit before Broodlords or not. Maybe he won't even try to, because he'd have to go pretty soon, and he's sitting only around 100 supply. Looks like he's actually supply blocked for a second. Yep. It certainly hurts. As a mech player getting supply blocked, has to call down supplies. And so he's sitting in a defensive position, walled off here with Rex. He's got his siege tanks at his third, and he's going to need them in a minute. We got some roaches coming in. These roaches shouldn't be able to do too much damage. Nice reaction from Ruin. Gets his SCVs out of there, and now the roaches take a lot of damage. Ruin in a great defensive position here. And yeah, the 4th is up for Pawn. So Pawn's in a great position, though, as a Zerg player. He's saving up quite a bit. That Spire's finished. The Greater Spire now on the way. And, you know, he's staying 1 base ahead of his opponents. He's even or ahead on upgrades. So we do have cloaking coming out now. So it looks like we're going to see some Banshees after all, once the supply block gets resolved. And I would say this is definitely the sloppiest game so far I've seen from Ruin. Normally I don't see him getting supply blocked like this at all. He's a little bit cleaner. So, you know, everybody has their moments where they're just a little bit off. And it'd be interesting to see if he can come back from that, though. He is ahead on supply now. Income-wise, he's almost even, actually. It's just going to be, as this Viking gets a free Overlord there, it's just going to be a question of whether or not he can handle the Broodlord Infestor army. that we're very likely to see shortly. 9 Corruptors on the way. Hellions being chased away from the Watchtower as 5th base goes down in the bottom right. And where is that Banshee? Okay, the Banshee's coming out. Now, what RuineD usually uses these for, as he establishes a 4th here, he'll usually use the Banshees for map control in the late game. It's very hard for a Zerg to deal with a Cloaked Banshee. You know, when he's away from the middle of the map. If the Banshee's down here, then you have to send an Overseer with Corruptors over here, or Infestors with Infested Terrans. And, you know, it's a lot like defending drops. It can be very hard to deal with, especially when there's a mech army staring you in the face, like breathing on you. And then, you know, it's not an appetizing situation, to say the least. So we do have 8 Broodlords on the way, plus 2 vehicle weapons. And interesting to see, that armory has finished, but we still don't have any armor upgrades on the mech. So the mech's going to be a little bit underpowered here at 1-0 right now. About to get the 2nd attack up. Terran building armor actually finishing up, and we do have a 2nd starport on the way. Actually 2 more, so we'll be up to 3 to deal with those Broodlords, and here they come. Coming in fast. We do have 8 of them here with the Roaches in the front. This is not a huge army though, 4 pawn. I do not agree with this necessarily. This is not attacking with his full force, or rather, maybe it just hasn't maxed out yet at 163 supply. These Broodlords are going to take a lot of damage. But they actually are able to chase the mech army away. It looks like the planetary fortress could go down. Thors have to fall back, and there's not enough from RuineD here to deal with this. Siege tank coming out and going down as well. Corruptors joining the mix, taking out 1 Viking. Actually, not taking it out, chasing him away. Meanwhile, I do not see whatever happened to that Banshee. I think it's actually in the army. Maybe. Nope. Interesting to know what happened to it. If it is out on the map or not. There is a Banshee out there. Where is it? Is it over here? Is it over here? Did he shut down this? There's 6th base going up now for pawn as he shuts the RuineD's 4th down. So RuineD in a bit of a tight spot. He is almost maxed out. Doesn't have a whole lot banked up though, and he's gonna have trouble getting his 4th up with, you know, well, there's no Infestors here actually. Where are the Infestors? Strangely, oddly enough, missing. There's only 1, and he's way far back. That could be a problem here. 4 pawn, he's not gonna have any Infestor support. Corruptor's going in, but they're clumped up, taking a lot of damage from the Thors. SCV's pulled as well, helping out with the tanks. Unsieged, fighting against the Broodlings, and a lot of these Broodlords are going down. Look at this, the Thors are actually target firing the Broodlords. Gonna be able to take out most of them, only 2 getting away. And a great hold from RuineD here. As his Banshee actually goes to work in the bottom right hand corner, it looks like it has 2 kills. I knew it was gonna pop up somewhere soon. And I think that's the only 1 Banshee on the field right now. We do have, what, 3 starports. Upgrades haven't stopped at the moment for RuineD. I'd like to see him continue getting those as a couple Corruptors are being picked off here. Just a missed rally. More Broodlords coming in, and we have, what, 6 Broodlords now, and Neural Parasite coming out with 3 Infestors to add to 1 that's out there, so it'll be 4. Oh, Pawn's gonna need a few more Infestors to deal with this, but other than that, he's in pretty good shape. Great map presence. It looks like actually just got there at time to see the Banshee die before it could get the hatchery. So as I was saying, you know, you can use an Overseer with Corruptors to shut this down. And looks like that 4th is underway again. It's set up and mining for RuineD as he goes into upgrades. Looks like 3-2 for the mech on the way. Hunter Seeker Missile coming out now. And I watched against Pigeon Menza as Hunter Seeker Missile was used to great effect. Actually, I don't think we have any Ravens yet. Nope. But when the Zerg attacks and the units clump up, it's a perfect opportunity to just release a couple of missiles into them and do extreme, terrible damage. I feel like Dustin Browder, terrible damage. Ugh. It's actually kind of fun to watch because Hunter Seeker Missile is one of those spells that just have, it seems like a lot of people have trouble using, but the way RuineD used it in the last game, you haven't seen it, go watch it. It gets Pigeon Manza. It's brilliant. Now the Broodlord's coming in, sieging up on this 4th base here. The question is, how much damage will they be able to do? A couple Funkles going down. A lot of Thors here though, and they are taking out the, looks like the Corruptors. Are they target firing? Does not look like it. No target firing. SCV's pulled to repair. And the ground armor goes down. More infested Terrans coming in now. Will it be enough though? Looks like all the Broodlords are actually going to fall. One Corruptor as well stuck here. Here come the rest of them. Just not in time. And Ruin holds. A great hold there. Just barely. Oh, a couple Hellions running in here. Not going to be doing a whole lot of damage though. And looks like the game resets a little bit this time. The bank is in favor of RuineD. Will he get his own 5th base up? He does have 3 CCs here. SCV's doing the repair. The little repair dance. And there we go. We do have a Raven on the way. 1 already on the field. Get to watch some cool Hunter Seeker missiles coming. Looks like 3 starports. These guys both throwing down reactors actually. Nope. As I say that, RuineD cancels one and builds a tech lab. And now 3-3 will be on the way for mech. Actually, +3 attacks about to finish. See if he goes for air upgrades from here. 5 Broodlords, 6 Broodlords morphing. And so far, you know, Pawn's been pretty free from harassment. There was that one Banshee here that got a couple kills, and a couple Hellions running into the 4th here. But overall, did not do a whole lot of damage, and I'd say Pawn's been, you know, pretty safe. He's storing up a lot of resources. Not maxed out yet, though. And that's a little disappointing. See him pushing in here. Just, these mech armies are so strong. You really need everything you've got as a Zerg player. I would love to see like a flank coming here from behind. Banelings, you know? Oh, that'd be brilliant. But, that's just a lot of gas. And it looks like the Corruptor Broodlord going to work. Fungal's down on the Vikings. All the Vikings fall. But now the Thors are left over, and they're going to work on the Broodlords. It's, what, 7 Thors here, and that's just too many. Well, Pawn, see, he needs an answer for these Thors, and I'm telling you, Banelings coming in on the flank would be wonderful. Thors clump off, and it might not win you the battle, but it would certainly swing it into your favor. And now, the entire bank of Pawn is gone as he has to remax up to 164 supply, but RuineD's sitting here with the starting to save up a little bit. He's at 185. He's got a couple Ravens in the mix now, 3 of them actually, with enough energy for 1 Hunter Seeker missile. And I think the next time Pawn attacks, he's going to be in for a terrible surprise. Ling's on the way now. Oh, and that could actually get ugly. Oh boy, that could get very ugly. Indeed. Still, it looks like good saturation here. We do have minerals getting low in the natural. 3rd base as well. Mains mined out. And here we go. Engagement. Corruptors a little bit far out in front. Zerglings moving in onto the Thors. Where are those Hunter Seeker missiles? Here goes one. Ooh, look at that. On the Broodlord's doing a lot of damage. And those Thors, the story of the day, surviving the initial confrontation. There's 7 left. And I think Pawn's going to have to GG out. He has so much gas saved up. And really no answer for this mech army. Looks like RuineD actually pushing out now. Will he go for this 6th base over here? It's 6th base. Completely undefended. And the Hellions, nope. Going for some drones. Now they're going to move in and take the hatchery out. And Pawn, you're just not having a good day. Unfortunately, engagements were not the best. It looks like a Ling run by going to occur right now. Going to run in here to this orbital. Might actually get a free Thor. And will they, though? Blue Flame Hellions cutting it back as the mech army returns home. On in a lot of trouble. And yep, these Zerglings aren't going to be able to do a whole lot of damage. Checking that workers killed tab. A lot of workers killed here for Pawn, but just not enough to win the day. 10 Infestors coming out now, using up a lot of that gas. But we do see a 5th base settled down for RuineD now. Oh, can't actually land. Zergling there blocking him. RuineD does have a nice wall here just in case of run-bys. And actually wants to transfer some of these SCVs. But overall in a great position. Is that +3 level flyer attacks? Wow, level 30, wow. Not too often that you see that in a game. But this army is pretty much unstoppable, and now look at the bank forming here. As RuineD has maxed out again. He's actually scanning over here to check the army size. 3-3 on the Roaches. Oh, a Banshee able to come in and get the hatchery. Now these drones have to long distance mine. Here comes another hatchery. But if you see the mineral count of Pawn here is just so low. He's just going to have a tough time remaxing, still at 173. And honestly, I would love to see RuineD do some kind of a push here. Infestors do have enough for Neural Parasite, though. And so, you know, I think the longer this goes on, it's swinging more and more into RuineD's favor. He's getting his upgrades for his air fleet, saving up energy on those Ravens, and their Banshee on the way. Look at this, 4 factories. Macro Mo here for RuineD as he takes the high ground. Going to scare Pawn away. Here come the Roaches, though. Oh no. Looks like the Roaches are going in on their own without Infestors, and this is just not going to work out. Oh man, Infestors a little bit late to the party, coming in and getting a Neural or 2 down. But they are dying quickly. Here come the Hunter-Seeker missiles. Infested Terrans are out. One Thor is still under control. A lot of infested Terrans, but it's just not enough. How many Thors? We have 11 Thors. There we go, a GG. Pawn unable to break this mech army from RuineD here. Really, it just came down. A lot of it was the choice of engagements. You know, as a Zerg player, you really don't want to hit if you're not maxed against a mech army like that. And he definitely, certainly could have used maybe a couple flanks in there, or I don't know, tried to abuse the mobility. Of course, the mech army is very slow, but Broodlords are very slow as well. So, tough position. Great game from RuineD. Looked a little shaky for a bit there, but he came back and won out in the end. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Keep crafting.